Here I am, Dave Hubbard. Good to catch up, buddy.
Great to be here with you, Rob.
Good, good. So I just want to chat to you about the top 5 bodyboarding maneuvers that you love the most. Talk about them one by one. I want to know why you love them, how you do them, anything to do with your top 5 bodyboarding maneuvers.
All right, so in no particular order, but probably my favorite is drop knee lip floater. So it's like a off the lip, but like you're grinding the lip line while you float. And I just love the functionality of that maneuver. It was pretty iconic as I was coming up to see guys like Roach doing such controlled lip grinds in the drop knee stance. I love to do them prone too, but mostly doing them drop knee is just so appealing, so visually stimulating, I think. Especially, you don't need a ton of spray to come off your rail, but even just a little bit while your board is perfectly on the lip just looks so amazing. Takes a lot of control, takes speed, of course, and a perfect line. You know, you have to get your timing perfect, and then you're gonna ride down and hopefully ride out of that little section so that you have the wave kind of coming at you to grind down.
Nice. Yeah. And any tips to individuals that may have never pulled that move or maybe struggling to land that move or get up there?
Yeah, I would say, besides some of the things I already mentioned with timing and bottom turn, is you're gonna wanna get your hand on the rail kind of right as you make contact with the lip. I think that's a good timing of your body posture with the maneuver itself, but also with the wave, and that kind of sets you up to transition from your approach to your follow through. And some people will keep their hand on the rail throughout the rest of the ride, but you don't need to. I would say the advanced version is to touch the rail and about halfway through the descent, let go. But for most people, you're probably just going to want to hold on throughout the rest of the ride. You'll notice that when you land the maneuver, still holding the rail, you're going to be a little closer to your board and you're going to be kind of cocked a little bit. Whereas holding the rail made a really good body positioning for the first part, and then letting go will allow you to keep your shoulders kind of horizontal, parallel with the water surface when you land. And that's a more stable position, actually, if you have advanced balance and board control. But it's okay to hold your rail the whole time.
Sure.
But I like to kind of touch it at the top and then let go.
Let go and flow. Like it. Good, good. Thanks, Dave. Next one.
I really like, and this is up there, air reverses, and I really like doing them kind of loopy, kind of almost backflippy.
Yeah.
Specifically out of the bowl, where you pretty quickly go upside down as you're doing the reverse air rotation. I just love the way it looks. I love the way it feels. To me, it's kind of one of the best ways you could complete a barrel ride is if you get a barrel and you come out and there's still enough bowl and you have a ton of speed and you just hit that bowl and you do a nice air reverse out of the bowl. But I've noticed my air reverses are typically just a little bit more inverted, like upside down, loopy kind of, especially when you're coming out of the bowl. And I love those. I think, to me, they look cool, they feel amazing, and just great to do.
Totally. I think it's quite unique to you and Jeff. You don't get a lot of other riders doing that loopy air reverse.
I guess we're maybe more dynamic in how we're hitting the lip. So sometimes you'll get stuck in like a two-dimensional like plane where you need to hit it and stay in the body posture and all that, but like sometimes we're hitting sections, we're already upside down while we're hitting it, you know? And so sections to hit, we're not looking at only like the vertical part.
Sure.
We can work with past vertical and find lift off and actually similar, you'll see riders doing backflips. As they hit through backflips, you're hitting a sometimes past vertical and getting upside down, but you can do other maneuvers in that startup as well.
Sure.
And so, yeah, I just think that's
Yeah.
a more dynamic approach to lip maneuvers.
Yeah, like off-axis riding, kind of like a whole different realm, really.
Exactly.
Good. Love it. Good, good. Okay, number 3.
Yeah, lately, and another one we've talked about was straight leg forward spins, like really slow. It's something I've been working on for a couple years now. They probably look silly and probably look like I'm fooling around, which I am getting a lot of enjoyment out of them. So there is a lot of pleasure seeking in this move. Personally, I don't expect anyone to think they look cool. But you keep your legs straight, you almost just disengage your rail, so you're not doing the bottom turn, cocking your head, lifting your legs. Those 3 motions are what sets you into a rotation on your forward spin, so I don't do any of those. Pretty much just lean a little bit, disengage my rail, lift my legs out of the water, but not much, so they're still straight. And then from there, it's kind of a patience game and balancing while you just manage the rotation. It's going super slow, and the wave can catch up to you and pound you, so like you don't want to make it too slow, and you want to complete the maneuver. And at some point, you need to kind of commit to, I will now turn my head and look where I'm going, because you're kind of flying blind for a few seconds. But I think they look really funny, and they're not easy to do, and it's just something I like to do because it's funny.
Sick. It's sick. It's almost like a maneuver that someone would do when they're learning to do spins, but they don't know that they need to make the rotation faster by bringing their legs up,
Totally.
throwing their head, which makes it hard because you have more chance of you digging rail, isn't it? You
Yep.
know? So yeah, it is probably a harder move than an actual normal spin, and that challenging is good, isn't it?
And kind of removing some of the functional pieces to doing the spin kind of helps you to understand how the spin works more, you know, because we're employing 3 different techniques, 3 pieces of a technique to get the spin. And if you remove 1 or 2, it helps you learn more about the one that's still present.
Yeah.
So it's helped me learn a bit more about rail control, balance, and to actually see, yeah, there's actually at least 3 different components to this maneuver that are assisting in the rotation.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah, more development, and you get to know a little bit more about basic moves when you do them in an unorthodox manner.
Sure, yeah. I think teaching people to do spins, the hardest thing is to teach people to disengage their rail. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You've been learning all the time to keep your rail engaged, and now you've got to disengage it, and it's like an alien concept. You know?
And it's also actually pretty advanced, because if you're only starting with it engaged, you might not even know like what it feels like for it to not be disengaged, or
yeah,
it is actually somewhat advanced.
Yeah.
Because you're not going straight, but you're not trimming on edge.
Yeah, it's in between. No man's land.
So I think it's like a step higher than going straight, and it's a step higher than trimming.
Yeah.
Is sliding out
Totally.
on purpose.
Yeah, controlled slide out.
Yeah.
Good, okay, that's really interesting. Thanks, Dave. And the number 4?
So this other one, it's I've known it as the comma flip, because this guy named Kama from Hana in Maui explained it to me. The way he did it, some of the maneuver was still on the wave face, but you might recall Lance and Ronquillo doing a maneuver off the wall where he started an air reverse but got pretty off axis and then kind of came out of it with a front flip.
Yeah.
It's pretty functional in that you will complete the maneuver facing forward.
Sure.
But it's really difficult. I've never completed this maneuver.
Right.
But it's really difficult to get the things leading up to that to work out. So you obviously need air, you obviously need off-axis rotation, which I kind of feel is being led by your, like, I would call it like rear wheel drive, like your back half actually needs to kind of lead the rotation, because that's almost what's going to send you out of the final. Your legs and back torso are going to be leading to complete it. But doing the whole thing in the air would be amazing, and I think it's something, I don't know if you need to get on a winch or do toe-ats to really like get the reps for, but I'd love to see it completed, because it's been on the
years.
in the realm for 20, 30 years, like maybe longer.
Totally. Yeah.
So it's been out there.
Yeah.
I've never seen it landed.
No.
And would be, but I think it, at least this guy Kama from Hana, he says he's landed it.
Right.
But you know, there's no documentation, so it's kind of like, until we see one proof, like
yeah. That's classic. That Lanson one that just blew everyone's minds, didn't it? I remember. Really interesting again. So now moving on to number 5.
Okay, 5. Maybe a reverse invert. I really like reverse Rolos just because they're unpredictable. They're actually really functional. They're probably one of the most functional maneuvers of the counter-rotational lip moves. But I think the reverse invert is just kind of special and really rare. You know,
Yeah.
I don't recall seeing very many people doing them. And it's really fun because you start to go into a counter rotation like a reverse Rolo, so that's already going to be surprising to anyone watching.
Yeah.
And then you counter that rotation and go back. So it's like you're double juking
Not going on.
anyone watching that. Yeah,
Classic. Have you landed them then? Yeah.
Yeah, I've landed a couple. And yeah, they're not as, like, you do need a bit of an air time, and it's going to look a little jerky because you are going to have to generate, first off, the counter rotation from hitting the lip, and then you're going to have to counter back. So it's pretty unlikely you're going to get perfect style or like it looking like great in a photo, but it'll look fun on video.
Yeah, totally. Bit double roll-esque, as in you've got to do the first one, you have to make the second one happen, do you know what I mean? It's kind of always going to be a tricky one to make it, but doesn't say perfection isn't out there. It's a matter of getting that right section, isn't it?
Yep.
Perfecting it. Super interesting, Dave. Thanks so much. Great talking to you as always. Catch up soon.